Hello, gamers. I'm back. You don't have any music yet. You will get music. Just let me move myself to the music the moment you wanted. We're gonna never let it go. Hang on, dude. What level of Ascension were we on? What? Were we on Ascension 9? Am I losing my mind? It's been a while. Let me just scroll down here. I'm seeing triple.
Hey everybody!
That sounds like me.
Just trying to...
We lost on Ascension 4 last time. Okay. So, we lost on Ascension 4? Oh, brother! Thanks for putting up with me. I did play a little Slay the Spire while I was gone. I know this is gonna sound crazy because I was on vacation, but I didn't play as much as I wanted to play. I wanted to play a lot on the airplane, but instead I was helping my daughter play like a Bluey game on her iPad all the time, and the flights are like 6 hours long. So I'm excited to be playing some cards, man. I'm excited. Bullet Time is a great card. I'm going to take Unload. I like the damage. I like the way it enables a discard build, potentially. And I like the way it tastes. What can I say except I like the way it tastes? I'm ready to go here. Was happy to go, and I'm happy to be back, by the way. It's the way of the world. Happy to be playing Slay the Spire. Happy... Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like you gotta take Skewer, because it also gives you some damage, even though I was really just hoping to get, like, I don't know, Sneaky Strikes or something like that, and just sort of, like, walk backwards into an unbelievably good discard build. I literally, in my head, I said, let's play Skewer for 1. And then I played it for 3, thinking I could play Unload afterwards, which doesn't make any sense. I like Crippling Cloud. I think it's a good card. No pressure. Crippling Cloud turn 1 is like, that's unbelievable, man, if they're not attacking. I'm a happy man. Let me get this and this. So far, I think the run is good. I mean, we've done 2 encounters or something, so how bad could it possibly be? But it can be a lot worse than this. Trust me, you could be playing Bluey on the iPad. So I like a leg sweep as a card. I'm gonna actually take a prepared early instead. Because, I mean, I'm forcing a meta right now, which is not like what you should do, probably. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I feel like Unload weights us so nicely towards discard mechanics that I owe it to myself to give it a chance to really flourish. And prepared by unupgraded, maybe you could take it or leave it. But upgraded, I think is a good card, man. I think it's a little hungry for the upgrade, but I'm gonna give it the upgrade, so we got nothing to worry about. Listen to me talking like a member of the Slay the Spire subreddit without the necessary experience in forming the comments in the first place. I'm saying they have the experience. I'm saying they know what they're talking about. I'm saying I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just echoing the words of the sages. How about a Sneaky Strike? How about a Blur? It is fair to say this is probably not the way I would have drawn it up so far. But that's okay. Let's play 1 Unload. Let's play... This is a tricky one. I'm gonna kill you with Poison. And then I'm gonna take you out next turn. I'm not gonna take you out next turn, but I'm not gonna take any damage. I can live with that. The scholars may question my use of a potion there, but I think that was sensible, man. Another Crippling Cloud. This is... Where's my discard mechanics, man? Does 18 damage, do 30 damage. Okay. I'm still feeling good. I did, so I phrased it as if I didn't play any Slay the Spire when I was gone, and that is not true. I did play probably like 10 runs. So maybe more than I let on. And dude, I'm having some fun playing as the Silent. I kind of miss the big attacks, no question about it, that the Ironclad has, but I don't know, man. Like it's nice now and then to get a poison build running. But it does feel a little old hat at this point, but when you get the discard deck chugging along, There's a real... I don't know what to tell you. There's a real sense of satisfaction to it. Let's put it that way. There's a real sense of satisfaction to not taking a bunch of damage on this fight, but we'll have to wait till next time maybe to... You're just gonna have to take my word for it right now because that's not really how it's going down. But you know the rules. If we... Well, we're gonna win the fight. If we rest after this, we're a loser who doesn't deserve good things in this game, maybe even in life. Oh, a sneaky... I do like tools of the trade, don't get me wrong, but I think I need the sneaky strike earlier. We can take tools later, maybe. But if we upgrade, we're exalted, man. We're exalted. And if we get Gremlin Horn, we're exalted. I think we want to go this way. I would like to upgrade Prepared. Hang on, let me think about this. Early on, let me get a Crippling Cloud into a Survivor. Lock him down for a couple turns. Let me do nothing at all, sadly. Let me do very little here. Hang on, I gotta pause for a second. I gotta get some water. Like, the throat is so dry. All right, I'm back. I'm back, and you're finished, buddy. It's over for you. Terror, great card. I don't know, wouldn't it be funny if I came back and I had like a big beard or something like that? That takes a lot of time for that bit to work. Or like a really, really expensive prosthetic. You know what? We're discarding, dude. Let's take a curse. Maybe this will be a shop up here anyway. There's always a chance. It's a bit spicy not to upgrade. Are we fighting Hexaghost? No, we're not. Okay, so let's lose some max HP. Now, why do it? Well, A, I think it's good to get 30% or 25% more gold. But B, there's an event on Act 2 where if you don't have the Golden Idol, you either get a curse or you like lose a bunch of HP to gain a little max HP. I don't want that, man. I want the Blood Idol or whatever it's called. Okay, so it's over for you, buddy. Get ready. Although I can't play Terror and Sneaky Strike. I also need to not die. I guess I could unload Sneaky Strike Terror, and then I'll have 1 energy left. But if you're losing 10 damage there, you gotta Terror first. I'm sorry. It has to be done. But I'm kind of crunching the numbers, and I'm pretty sure we're not gonna survive this. Well, we could survive this. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna be like a great situation. We need to play that, then 2 of these. Like, it's a full-on race here. So we need to draw, well, we need to draw, like, preferably better than that, but we are gonna live. And that means this could be worth it, honestly. Obviously, there's some risk, you know, in going so low on HP, but Thread and Needle and Fairy in a Bottle is crazy, man. The haul. Now, I am gonna, hang on, I'm gonna rest. Even though it's the coward's way out. I don't want to come back with like 6 HP. It's gonna sting. Let me think about this. This is pretty bad. If anything's gonna work, what can I do? 21 damage to you. It's not unrealistic. It's not gonna happen. I could put up 13, which is actually 17 block. We still die. Well, if I'm still gonna die, then fine. Just do it. I'm still glad we rested, though. I think that was right, man. I think that was right. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. Okay, I gotta be careful, all right? Because this, like, it's not that bad. We should have things in our favor, but it's not that good either. Let's... Oh, this stinks, man. This is horrendous. I have to do nothing. Take 13 damage, and then, like, be dead. No, man, this is not how this is supposed to go. I got all the keys for the kingdom. Let me think. Let me think about this. We might be able to make it. And if we make it out of this floor, we can make it through anything. He's half dead. It's not that hard. All I have to do is never take damage ever again. Okay, it's over. Note to self, in the future, we may need more blocks. Yeah, because it turns out just adding attacks and then getting the Guardian is a pretty bad outcome. Alright, let's run it back. Honestly, I'll be simple with you. I'm going to remove a block. I'm all over. So listen, we got back from vacation like 2 days ago. It's going to take a little bit for my brain to get back in the right mindset. And it's not even like... People always think that it's like, oh, because he was having so much fun on vacation. It's not the opposite. Like, I had a fun time on vacation, don't get me wrong. But I'm actually switching out of like 9 straight days of like full-time dad mode into like being a little stream goblin again. So you got to give me a minute to strike the balance between guy who is kind of okay at Slay the Spire and like guy who can occasionally, hopefully, make you laugh as well, if not make you think a little bit or make you feel. It takes a while to rediscover the alter ego, you know? Like the Rizzler, he doesn't just turn on the camera, man. I'm sure he's got like a setup and he's got like a warm-up routine or whatever to get down to the like you can't just do it out of nowhere. I do like Bouncing Flask, but I really like Backstab on floor 1, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. What I am gonna do is come over here and remove a strike. I really, and I have no idea if this is based in evidence or if, you know, works cited crack pipe or whatever, but I do feel quicker than a ray of light. I do feel like Madonna. She doesn't get enough respect these days. I know with the plastic surgery and stuff like that, and some of the movies are not good, but you gotta, she's had a lot of good eras, man. When she first got onto the scene, she's got a few, you know, certified pop classics, and then she comes back with like Vogue in the 90s, and then she comes back in the late 90s, early 2000s with like Ray of Light, Frozen, etc., etc. And then people are still, I mean, how many times does she have to reinvent popular music from the ground up to get a little bit of respect, man? What I was going to say is it feels like I let myself take damage for no reason. It feels like, as the Silence, all other things being equal, a thin deck is like maybe even more important than it is on the Ironclad. At least that's my limited experience of only like 900 hours on PC and like probably 900 on my phone. So what do I know, man? What do I know? Okay, still doing okay. I do like a dagger spray. Something to deal with wide enemies. And I do like making it even stronger. And I don't know, we're not really like a poison build. I do love an Omamori. Oh my god, there's 3 elites on this path, man. That's a scary thought. You can certainly be killed. Probably we get you next. This is a very good, like, pace on this fight, man. I'm feeling like I just got home, and I feel. A lot of you won't get that because you've already ridden off Madonna. You don't know Ray of Light. Name one other Madonna song. That one she did with Nicki Minaj and MIA at the Super Bowl. Only got 4 minutes to save the world. That one too. I do like acrobatics. I don't think we need that much draw because we're drawing trash cards. And setup, if setup costs 0, but I don't have any really expensive, I think it's a skip for me, brother. It's a skip to my freaking loo. You're a bit of a handful. You're a bit of a problem for a guy like me. This is like a very classic Slay the Spire type situation, though. I'm like, last run, I felt like I had an awesome deck. But it just, like, it fell apart on the first boss. And then on this one, I'm like, my deck doesn't do anything, but it's, like, trending to be way stronger right now. I mean, like, we're making short work of the elites. At least a pill, not a pill, a potion would be nice. 1,000 cuts is just, like... I'm not sure I'm sold on him. And Predator, I mean... I know my problem. I'm not taking any cards. Let's do this, and then we'll just hope that this is a shop. That's a terrible turn of events, brother, but I've done it to myself, okay? I can't really be too upset about it. It's a great relic if we can just not die on the first boss. And you might say, NL, you got nothing that discards. That's not true. I have literally one card that discards. Survivor. Catalyst? I mean, we have 5 poison. I hate to say it. We might need to take a catalyst just to get through this fight. And if we maybe get 2 or 3 poisons on you before we pop it, that's probably not going to happen now that I, like, look at this with the eyes of a sane individual. 15 poison will put you on 77, and then the next... So yeah, okay. Triple the poison now. This will take you to 77. You split on 70, so it hits you with 1 shiv. And then really hope that we can go in next turn. It's not an amazing... It's a pretty good turn. It's actually like a remarkable turn of events. I forgot! Oh my god, I'm so, like, bad. I forgot we didn't actually get the curse. I was like, we should have drawn Pain by now. But because we have Omamori, it actually turned out to be an incredible choice, man. My brain is not ready for the complexity of a beautiful system like Slay the Spire right now. Okay, well, the only way to get through that is to do it, man. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'd rather not be frail for life, so let's knock that out. Oh, I can't become frail. I'm actually dumb. Okay, dump it, dumb. Boy, you have 4 energy. Dump it. Dump it. Much better. Okay. Beautiful. We're actually gonna live. And you know what? 16 card deck. That's a big bonus. So whatever we add here, I mean, am I crazy if I just want to add Corpse Explosion? Corpse Explosion, we got like a pseudo poison build. Corpse Explosion is not just poison archetype, it helps you with AoE. I like a malaise, to be honest with you. Bet you can't eat just one. Really? Really, man? Fusion Hammer. I mean, Ring of the Serpent is good. Ectoplasm, I think... We have 290 gold. I wouldn't be excited about doing Ectoplasm. I love the gold's ability to reshape our deck as the game goes on. Fusion Hammer, I really want to upgrade Malaise. So sure. Ring of the Serpent, man. 2 less turn 1, 1 more on every subsequent turn. I guess it's 1 less turn 1, and then 1 more every subsequent turn, but you get the idea. I want campfires. I want campfires. I want a shop that we can actually take advantage of. I want to use my potion. 12 damage. Easy, man. Easy. I guess I'd rather knock you out. Okay. See, I think I basically have come to realize that you add a dagger spray to your deck as the silent, essentially... for this fight. And it would be, you know, helpful on some other fights as well, but definitely like for this fight. And then, oh, I didn't save any energy. I didn't save any extra energy. I was not paying attention to Happy Flower. And, I mean, that's pretty much all she wrote right there. So what do we need? I still think we need... Like, a Corpse Explosion would go insane. I do like Piercing Wail. I would like... I have a cognitive issue with Piercing Wail. And it's my own cross to bear, and I'll acknowledge that. My issue with it is I'm always like, well, what if I draw it on a turn where enemies don't attack? So I always, consciously or unconsciously, think to myself, well, in order to make it really function, then what we need is like a well-laid plan so we can retain a card. But I don't think that's actually true. I think we could just, like, play it on a turn where it's pretty good instead of a turn where it's amazing. Or we could just not play it and wait for it to come back around when our deck's exhausted some cards. So we at some point we need to do some damage. So Skewer's like a part of that. But I have been enjoying what Dagger Spray has been doing as well, but it is pre-upgraded. So you sold me, man. You sold me. 8 damage. You see, like, this is what I mean, and we may not beat the boss, but Catalyst is actually like a nice helper. I don't know why you can't say the word helper without feeling like you're back in kindergarten, but it's a nice helper because as long as we can stack up some poison, we can get like big burst damage at some point, but you gotta eat that, brother. Do you see the power, though, of a small deck? And I'm choosing my words very carefully. The power of a small deck, I said. Small deck. Let's dump it. We're drawing the cards that we want to draw more often. I mean, I guess it's self-evident, but before you get mad at me for saying it, just keep in mind it's a relatively long video, you know? I gotta... pretty much gotta talk the whole time. So not everything I say is gonna be astute necessarily. Oh, why don't we get together and call ourselves an institute? I think we gotta double up on this poison, because the win condition right now on a big enemy is Catalyst. Now, I've learned a lot. You should just... If you don't have huge turn 1 damage, you should really just eat the... You're not dead? Oh, brother. You should really just eat the turn of vulnerability, I think. I wanted to put poison on you, but I did the math wrong. And it's 2 turns of vulnerability, but alas, we're still chilling. Don't need it, like it, love it, gotta have it. Okay. So I think we're holding our own on Act 2 pretty well so far. Don't get too excited. It is Ascension 4, so that's my way of saying we could definitely still lose, but even if we win, you know, just keep the memento mori in mind. Guess I'd rather do that. It'd be nice, like, I do miss Burning Blood. Just to have, like a little leeway where you can take damage on a fight without it having, like, a cumulative drag on the success of your run. Is very nice. So if we could get something like a... sure, why not, man? Oh, something like a blood vial. I was gonna say like a bandage or something like that, but I'll accept a blood vial. Let's upgrade Malaise and fight an elite. We have no choice on the elite, and there's a shop after this. Okay, so this is a big like Dagger Spray sort of fight. You'll die in 2 hits. Oh, Dagger Spray, dude. I still need to do an attack to kill you, but that's okay. Skewer, it's only 10 damage. Give me a survivor, dump this. Maybe a well-laid plans would be a crazy get, though, because being able to hold a Skewer until a turn where we don't have better options would be pretty sick. So on this, I think we need to be aggressive. Let's put some pressure on you and start working you over. And then make your life harder forever. 1 strength down, okay. So the whole game plan there was like, I hope I can do like 26 damage to you this turn. Obviously, that's not going to happen. You're doing 19 damage. I will put up 18 block. I know you're not supposed to split the damage across 2 targets, okay? I didn't draw what I was hoping to draw. Originally, I was going to say I didn't draw what I thought I was going to draw, but that's not really fair. Because what do I know about what I'm going to draw? You're done. You're done. And now you're both done. And you're going to give me a well-laid plans or a corpse explosion. The energy is kind of becoming relevant, man. I think an upgraded flying knee, sure. Okay. Early credit card. What did we take? We took a flying knee. Okay. We need to build up our defense a little bit, but I am going to go sundial just to smooth out our energy problems. That's something I almost never do. I am going to buy a footwork, and now I'm going to cut a strike. So it's becoming clear the way we can win, I think. Very nice with dagger spray if we draw it. But the way we can win is... That's beautiful, man. Get our decks up, play defense, pop. Like this is we could have played Cloak and Dagger, but I'm demonstrating the win con here. Get our decks up, play defense, pop the poisons when we get them, and then just like one catalyst at the perfect time really can do a lot of damage. So I don't think we're in a position where we need to thicken the deck too much necessarily. And I'm not going to fight an elite because it scares me a little bit. just because our health is a little low. 24 block, huh? Or 24 damage, I should say. Let's, I'm going to get all that out of here, man. That's beautiful. What a beautiful draw. I'm gonna... Like, Deadly Poison obviously gets you closer to death, but I think the footwork is, like... It's a nice kind of... We're hedging our bets, I guess is what I'm trying to say. At some point, we probably got to play an attack. Don't you take a turn to debuff. And when you take a turn to debuff, that's when I step in and I ruin your life, right? Maybe this run is kind of goated, man. Maybe it's got everything it needs and nothing it doesn't. I mean, a setup that's upgraded, I'm going to add it just because I think we could do something with it with like a malaise. This is a very nice dagger spray. Can I kill you? You know, a lot of people would probably like run the numbers on that first. Not me. How about drawing into a card that can kill you? I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you could ever know, to be honest. Because otherwise, he puts the block up, we can't get poison on him. Could have been a little scary. Caltrops kind of works with the way of winning that we were talking about. Yeah. It kind of sucks if we see the Awakened one, but whatever. And do we want... I hate to say this, man. I think we gotta rest. Just because, like, these second act bosses all come with attacks that are, like, extremely front-loaded. Or I guess they're back-loaded to the end of the fight, but you need to be able at some point to, like, survive a... like a 50 or 60 damage attack. We need to break this before we go with malaise. So, I think set up the poison. Maybe pop an ancient potion. I don't even fully know what it does for me in this situation. Get ready to kill you a little bit faster. You're taking my footwork. I mean, we're very low on health now, which sucks pretty bad. Piercing Wail punches through one of those, which is nice. We don't need to defend anymore. I would like it if you died. This'll... It doesn't matter. Just do the one that does more damage. So we... Oh, and I forgot. We still had our caltrops up, obviously. Okay. Footwork me. Prepared. Dump a strike. I don't think we have the... I don't think we got what we need. I'm just being real with you, man. I'm looking at this and I'm going, how the heck are we going to do 200 damage to this guy? We gotta punch through like way too much. I think I have to use malaise on you so I can start building poison faster. So just dump it. Put up enough block, or as much as you can. Now at least I can start stacking poison. Which is the only way we're gonna get through this, man. I don't even... What are you holding? Deadly poison? This doesn't even kill you. That's so embarrassing. We're like so far behind tempo and he's getting so strong. 43 damage? Not great, Bob. Not great. Hear me out. The way we win this is obviously we block as much as we can, but we just gotta stack poison and hope for like a beautiful catalyst and then maybe like a miracle. So I think you set up catalyst in the hopes that you can at least put a little more poison on. Ah, I gotta try it. I gotta try it, man. We just gotta survive 2 turns. I think we're in fact, there's no thinking about it, man. We're easily gonna do it. So what did we learn? Well, we learned that maybe don't underestimate yourself. We learned that lesson. This is a tricky choice. Nightmare is so slow, but being able to possibly, like, triple an enemy's poison 3 to 4 times. I mean, like, that's pretty good. 3 to the power of 4, I'm just like, on the top of my head, I'm pretty sure it's like... Am I an idiot? 3 squared is 9, 3 to the power of 3 is 27, 3 to the power of 4 is like, okay, so it's 81. Get 81 times the poison? Yeah, okay. Because Envenom is going to be really slow. We're not running like a low energy attack build. Alchemize is always good. Nightmare is like the high risk, high reward choice. I think we need the energy. And I also think we would love to have more poison. If we can swing it. I think we can do this. It's just, I don't know why. In my head, I'm not putting on airs. Let's put it that way. In my head, I feel like this is a Herculean task for us to be on the 3rd floor at Ascension 4. So obviously, like, my brain needs a bit of a recalibration. But this should be, like, relatively smooth sailing. I'll take an upgraded Bouncing Flask, man. I'm not losing 200 gold for that relic. I would take an Enlightenment, honestly, and I think there's a world where that becomes like a principal element for us. I would also happily take an Incense Burner, cut another strike. The deck is winnowing down to like the exact cards we need. Like, you're not doing anything, man. So hear me out. What world? In what world would I not Nightmare a backstab here? Malaise has been the stinker, and it's not Malaise's fault. We're just using our energy for, like, other purposes. You're done, bud. 3 damage coming out, okay. Probably not controversial to say I can live with 0 damage coming out right now. Look at this. It's beautiful. Now, something just dawned on me, and it's a horrific thing, so I apologize for bringing it up to you. What if we don't draw a Nightmare and Catalyst on the same turn for a while? Something that's like, it's actually more likely to happen that way than not happen that way. Good point. Good point. I gotta have to think about it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. So I need you, no disrespect, I guess I could have skewered you there, but I need you bouncing and moaning on it. Stat. I need you to set up a Nightmare. Hey, here's an idea. Okay, hear me out here. Guy who hear me out here. Guy who lucid dreams. So, like, he can control his own dreams. But he uses it to only have nightmares. The Joker. You ever think about that? Bet not. Bet not. That's pretty sick. That's pretty twisted. Take one of those and call me in the morning. He only takes 1 damage, right? The Time Lord only takes 1 damage here, so we gotta play any other card. Okay, that's easy enough, I suppose. And now you're dead. But don't get hit by the burn. Unless you want to. The Joker. Ceramic fish. Not relevant to my interests. Cheaper Nightmare. Possibly relevant. Gremlin Horn. Possibly relevant a little bit. Free setup. Possibly relevant. The third floor is always like 8 seconds long for a guy like me. Usually not for the right reasons. So I guess the dream is like you set up an expensive card, like a bouncing flask, then draw that card in Nightmare, so you get 4 copies, including the original, of the card that is now free. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm starting to pick it up. I'm starting to understand. No thanks to you. Now you, in the right hands, you could be killable on this turn with the Catalyst. Now that's not going to come to pass. Probably the right play is you just do that. It might come to pass. It is not coming to pass. I don't know. You go. Just get out of here, man. I don't know what to do with you. We're gonna backstab you. We're gonna defend. We're gonna footwork Survivor. This is not the right order of operations here, but you're done, man. You're done. Should I fight another elite? Like, the elites are going down easy. Who's the other elite you can even have? Skull? Big Skull? I feel like Big Skull is not that bad for us, man. Unless we take, like... I think you can only take, like, 10 damage off of this. Or you could heal to full HP. Oh, man. It's not Big Head, it's the Time Lord again. The heck is this? Oh, just the greatest turn of all time. Obama giving himself a medal picture. Hang on, just studying it. I guess you could use Nightmare to duplicate powers too, but it's probably not the right idea on the boss. So we don't really care for a Nightmare here. I guess we don't really care for like a deadly poison. We could just do it next turn. At some point I gotta remember the win condition is we need to get poison on this guy. Yeah. I guess you honestly, brother, I might have 1 deadly poison, 1 piercing wail, and then a big malaise. I was hoping to have a bigger malaise than that, obviously, but it is what it is. Holy cow, a functional enlightenment. It's more likely than you think. And then, like, 3 catalysts on the same turn, right? And then it's over. Set up. What do we want next turn? Set up a defend. That's a little damage, at least. Functionally, it's over for them. The only question is, are we going to take damage on this turn? And the answer is no. It would be nice if it didn't end on this turn, but I'm not going to complain too much. Regal Pillow, another malaise. I mean, 2 malaises, actually kind of nice for this upcoming boss. I'm willing to send it. I think one thing we're gonna have to figure out as human beings is, son of a gun. Burned Akabeko too. Do we actually want to play caltrops against the boss? Because on the one hand, the boss attacks multiple times. So Caltrops can do some damage. But on the other hand, it'll also give the boss like +1 or 2 strength, I feel. I can never remember. Or if it changes on like different levels of ascension. We definitely want to play melees. We could save one, or we could just let them both fly early. I don't know. And then draw it again. That's so funny. I keep setting up a card and then drawing it with the ink bottle, which would actually be like a really powerful combo if I had any idea that it was supposed to be coming. Which you could admittedly just look at the number next to the ink bottle and assume, but... Or not assume, but calculate. Anyway, you're done, bud. And what were... How many turns from... 4 turns? 4 turns seems pretty reasonable for Incense Burner. Don't want another power. Do want to rest. No potions? I guess we did take Sozu, so that makes sense. Okay. Draw. Nightmare Exhaust. You can't afford to use it on trash. So probably go in on you. Do some damage to you. Do some damage to you. Piercing Wail works better later. It's really hard for me to not play Nightmare on Catalyst, even if it takes us a while to get there. We need a little bit more. Okay. It would be nice to play melees. But I think we gotta... Well, you know what? With Gremlin Horn, I guess that's free. That's true. I think you kind of got to slow play it just a little bit. Like, we can kill the cultist and then get a good melees turn going on you. It's a psychotic situation to be in. I don't really want to skewer you for 4. I think I am going to play Footwork at some point, so let's get that out there. This will give us 1 energy in return. Set up a strike, and then hit you with like a very, very muted melees. Okay, so now I wouldn't say I'm scared. Don't let the newspaper print that I'm scared. But we do have to be like a little aware of how things are going here. So we really want to stall for a Nightmare Catalyst. And we could play Piercing Wail. We don't have to if we get enough block. We didn't get enough block. I'm going to take 2 damage and save the Piercing Wail for a turn in which it might provide more yield. Dump me. Play it. Bring it back. Okay, set up the bomb. Somebody set us up the bomb. Remember that? That way we can maybe draw Nightmare and Catalyst on the same turn. It didn't happen. It didn't come to pass. We drew no defense. You gotta be kidding. Is really all I could say about that. Even though it's free, I'm not going to play my Nightmare because we need Nightmare Catalyst to work, man. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8. That would be an out as well. So you're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me on this, in spite of the fact that I have a million blocks in my deck. I'm not playing my Catalyst, man. I was gonna say you can draw me a blocker. It's that simple. Because I'm holding the line. If you think I'm gonna ruin my game just to play 1 Catalyst and knock out phase 1 of the boss, you've fully lost your mind. It's not gonna happen. What I will, I'll do something a little different. I'll do something a little different. I'll do it my way. Like Frankie says. And then draw the melees real quick. Now, the bad news is we took a ton of damage. The absolutely fantastic news... Be nice to kill you this turn. It's not going to happen, brother. The fantastic news is we still have Nightmare and Catalyst in our deck. We need to draw them on the same turn. We could draw them on the same turn, but then you're not going to have any gas. Okay, here's the thing, brother. You're going to die. We need to set up a defend to give ourselves a chance at survival. Play one card. Oh, and then it draws. Oh, it's okay. We got ink bottle ready to go. 42 damage. So I'm pretty sure I'm not dead. 39. I'm not dead, which is insanity. There's still an out, and it's getting increasingly narrow. But it's still active, brother. It's still active. Just hold that Nightmare Catalyst, or even just Catalyst at the right time. Are we dead? Wait, are we playing enough cards? Probably not, huh? Well, okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. Were there some misplays on the way? Probably. Did I possibly have the it's not called the worst draw of all time. Did I have surprisingly bad draws on the boss fight? Yes, I think so. But that's my fault. I knew I needed a thin deck, and somehow I ended up with 28 cards in my deck. So either way, I had a good time. I feel like I'm starting to get back in the groove for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!